Yo and hello, everybody. I'm Mike, not Junk Wax Hero. That is the real Junk Wax Hero right next to me. Mike, how you doing?
Awesome, Mike. Really excited to do this. Let's do it.
This is what is this show called? Hobby Think Tank. We think through things nobody else is thinking about. I promise you, I've never seen a video where we're going to do what we're going to do tonight. And every week you get to watch this show on Bench Clear Media and see two idiots talking about cards. So, or one idiot and then Mike Junk Wax Hero in this case.
Bigger idiot.
Couple things, obviously the National is right around the corner. I know you and I are both looking forward to that, hanging out. We will get to see each other I guess we'll meet for the second time in person.
That's right.
Last year was the first. And to gear up, believe it or not, I've been watching a football show. I've been watching The Quarterback on Netflix. Have you watched it yet?
I haven't.
It is so far really good. I'm about 3/4 through episode 1. I plan on binging it pretty much as soon as we get off of this stream. But I think Mahomes is just a fun guy, and it's funny. I'm like, Kirk Cousins, okay, and then Marcus Mariota was a shocking insertion into the. I'm like, okay, there's a blast from the past.
He's still young though. Mariota is not.
Right. Oregon Duck. Is that right? Oregon?
I think so.
Yeah. So that is awesome. I've really enjoyed watching that. And I'm kind of mad at you. You don't know this yet, but I've got to confront you with something that I'm very upset with you about.
Let's do it.
It's very serious. Immaculate Grid is so addicting.
I am also mad.
Started.
Yeah.
You got me started. I'm mad.
I'm terrible at it. I'm really good at the stats ones, like name a player who played for this team and hit 40 plus home runs or batted 300 or whatever. The name a player who played for these two teams, I don't know why. I just really struggle with that. Unless it's like a Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, I find it easier because I can think of guys who were young and then graduated to the big boys.
Right. I find that part of it as difficult as you do. Some of them are, like you said, super easy. If you guys don't have any idea what we're talking about, there's a thing called Immaculate Grid. It's now owned by Baseball Reference, one of my favorite web pages that I spend literally every day. I look at it at least once, typically looking up some random baseball statistic. But they bought a thing called Immaculate Grid, and it's a grid of 9 squares. And you can. I'm actually struggling with today's. I was kind of hoping you would help me.
My worst.
You did
Today's
not.
Was my worst one.
You didn't do so good today.
No.
Well, I also am struggling. I've got 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to share my screen here so you guys can see what this is. And if you end up going to look at it and you like it, be mad at Mike because it's his fault. But here's the Immaculate Grid today. You've got Phillies and Yankees. I feel like that should be a softball for me. Phillies, who played for the Phillies and the Mariners, whenever the Marlins or one of the newer franchises is the Rockies, or it's just tougher because it should be easier because they should be more fresh in your mind, but it's not.
Yeah.
Brewers and Mariners. Who has played for the Brewers? And there's people out there looking at the screen right now and just screaming names. Going, yeah. You guys are so dumb. We told you at the beginning we're idiots. So, but I got, like you said, the ones where it's a stat and then a player, those have been crazy easy. Now I do try to, I know the rules allow for this, but I've been trying to find a player that accomplished that statistic with that team.
Yeah.
So, for example, Griffey with the Mariners, that's where he won his Silver Sluggers. So that's who I picked. And Stanton won his Silver Sluggers with the Marlins, So that's, even though he's wearing a Yankees cap in the picture shown by Baseball Reference. So Phillies, Yankees, you got anybody for me?
I did this morning and I still don't remember who. And if you scroll down just a bit, you'll see that there's a rarity score too.
Yes.
I don't even try. Oh, it's not there.
That's once you finish.
I don't try for the rarity score. I just want to get all 9 of them, which I've never done.
Did Bobby Abreu play for both? Let's find out.
Yankees.
Yes.
He did.
Okay, I got that one.
The Yankees.
Mariners, Phillies. I'm just like drawing blanks.
You can put both of our faces on. People can see our baffled faces too.
Oh, Pete, we're not even being shown. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
That's actually probably better. There
There
we
you
go.
There was one, I think it was the Brewers Marlins one that I found really obvious afterwards when I didn't get it this morning.
Oh, I know.
I'm so mad at myself.
I just thought of somebody. Christian Yelich.
That's who it was. Thank you.
Okay.
And I think when you start searching, it orders your search or the search results by WAR.
So really?
You're going to get the best players. You know, if you start in typing C, it's going to give you the person that's name starts with a C with the highest WARs. I think is how it works.
It's funny, if it was Mariners Marlins, you could do Ichiro.
I always think of this stuff too.
But it's not. It's Mariners Phillies, Mariners Brewers. Anyway, I'll go struggle with this later, everybody. I don't want to take up too much more time. We've only got a 30-minute show that we're going to do something unique tonight. Why don't you explain to everybody what we're doing tonight, Mike?
Yeah, so I've been hemming and hawing on this idea of doing a video on my own channel where I just rank the vintage designs for Topps. And first, we have to agree on what are the vintage years. I think they're 1952. I don't include 51 Topps to 1980. 1981 is when Donruss and Fleer started getting involved. Do you have a general agreement of that?
I have more than a general agreement. I have a full agreement with that. Yes.
Okay. So I always think I should do a video where I rank the vintage designs of my opinion, but it's just not interesting. And then I thought, what if we did a draft where you pick what your number one is and try to end up with your best 15 or so, because it's almost 30, it would be 29 years.
Okay.
And so it's just interesting going back and forth on the best vintage designs for Topps. And I've excluded Bowman.
We need everybody down below to vote on who had the better draft, right?
Yeah, love it.
Okay. So you want me to share our screen here?
Yeah, you share that. I think it should still be right there. And what we have here is all of the vintage designs, starting with 52 Topps and then going down to 1980. And so let's say Mike wants to use 56 Topps. I will pull it over here and let's just zoom out so you can see we each have our own draft areas.
Right.
And so I'm going to let you draft first. At the end of this, we should each have either 14 or 15.
That seems awfully humble of you to let me draft first.
Yeah. And tricky. I'm going to be a little tricky here too, because my favorite, I think, is underrated. And I'm not going to take my favorite first.
Well, I'm taking what I would think would be the best draft, not necessarily my favorites. So it's 52 Topps is my first choice.
Okay. 52 is certainly one of my top 2 or 3 as well. I'm going to take 56. I love horizontal cards, and I love the 56 design.
Give me 53. Thank you very much.
That was my next one too. I am going to take 58. I love the 58 design, and I don't find it that different from 59, but for some reason I like it a lot more than 59.
I think it's significantly different from 59. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Interesting.
By the way, there's lots of people that would have taken 53 Topps first as their first pick. That's obviously a historically favorite design of Topps. They use it all the time. Topps Living is based on 53. And so it's a gorgeous set. I'm going to go with 54 next. Thank you. Which is it just the design? Because there are so many great cards in 54 Topps as well. Does that matter?
Design.
Okay.
Just the design of the base. You know, obviously you can look at like the 1960 Topps has different design for the rookies.
Yep. Okay.
So I am going to go with 1960.
That was going to be my next choice, by the way.
Love 1960. And again, I love horizontal cards.
It's probably in terms of aesthetics, It's probably my favorite vintage design,
Mm,
and it's very unique.
yep.
There's nothing else that even looks close to it, which I find that awesome. Okay, next I am going to choose 65 tops, please.
Ah, that was mine. I was holding out. I didn't think you would take that. Let's make this the same size. That is my favorite design of all of them. It's simple, and I love the pennant. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always drawn to 65.
I love it too. And I recently picked up a set. I went to a card shop, my favorite card shop in Oklahoma, MM7, and he had a 65 top set in a binder, full set. And it was highly priced for obvious reasons because it's a full 65 set. And I said, look, his name's Mike, actually, as well, the owner. And I said, look, Mike, I don't want all the Hall of Famers because I already have them slabbed. And you've seen what I do with sets, right? When I take a scan and I reproportion my slab and I cut it out, I print it and I have that in place of the card.
I have never seen that.
Oh, it's pretty cool. So I had all the Hall of Famers was my point. And so I told him, take those out and then tell me what the cost is. And it obviously reduced it tremendously.
Sure.
And I was able to buy this 65 set Sands Hall of Famers. And then I put all my pictures of my slabs of all the Hall of Famers in the binder. And now I have a complete binder. I don't like holes in binders. It just bothers me.
Yep.
Okay, your draft. Your pick.
Yeah. So
Just
I'm going
ruined
to take,
your mojo.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of many of the 60s sets. I guess I'm kind of ruining what I'm going to draft, but I'm going back to a horizontal card. 50s, to me, the 50s designs are just so good.
Then I'm going to take 59.
Yep. You have 59. I was waiting for you to move it for some reason.
I don't know how I could do that.
I know. I am going to skip all the way to 78. And this is a weird one. And I wonder if it's just nostalgia because 78 was the first vintage card I had. I was born in 79, started collecting in 86. And my first vintage card was Eddie Murray, 1978. And I had it, I still have it, in fact. And I just loved it as a kid. And so I wonder if I'm drawn to that design because of nostalgia.
Okay. Probably, and that's okay. This can be an emotional. It's like when you're drafting in your fantasy football draft and you like, man, when do I take the kicker? Like,
Yes.
I need a kicker,
Yep.
and that's a lot of points, or whatever. So I'm going to do the same thing that you just did, and I'm going to take the first vintage set. That nope, you would think it's 73. I'm taking 1980.
Okay.
I loved when because I started collecting in 81. And so I thought 1980 cards were like crazy old and they were like a year old. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my
Oh,
gosh, this is so old. This is amazing. And it was released the year before. And I remember distinctly, man, if I had an 80 tops card or 79 or 78, I thought, oh my gosh, where did I get these? These are fantastic.
yeah. I happen to have the Ricky Henderson and this Ted Williams right behind me on my wall right now.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to go with 71.
God, good choice.
I love 71. It's just so clean. I like that clean design. Yeah. Big fan.
Again, unique, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't do black bordered cards again until what, 06 or whatever year that was?
Yeah.
08 maybe? I can't remember. Those I really actually like I can name cards like super fast just looking at the card what year it is until you get to the 2000s, and I have this like black hole in my memory where I'll guess and I'll probably be close, but I may or may not get it correctly. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, there's some good choices left. I'm gonna go 1975 tops.
75. Good choice. That was high on my list as well.
Okay.
I
know what my next two picks are, by the way, just in case you don't pick them.
I think
I'm
going to go with 64.
Don't do it. That was my next one.
Yeah.
I I don't like you much right now.
Yeah, sorry.
73, my birth year.
Yeah.
It's actually a terrible year of cards, really, because the pictures are so bad. The photographs that they use most likely, but I do like the base design. If that's
Yep.
kind of what we're basing this on, I dig it.
Yep. All right. Where do I go next? Um, I guess this is a tough one. I'm going to go with 69.
Okay. I'm going 62 wood grain borders.
That would
Always.
be one of my least favorites.
Well, then I should have saved it till later. I could have drafted him much later. I didn't know, but I don't know. Wood grain and we both grew up on 87 tops, right? And so
Yeah, and I love 87 tops, and I think it's just because that was the first real collecting I did. I started in 86, but my collection was a disaster in 86. It was 87 where my dad taught me how to put cards in. He bought me a binder with sleeves or pages. So I think 87, I probably had 8 or 9 different sets of 87 tops.
nice.
All right, let's see. I guess I'm going to go with 1970.
Okay, cool. Simple design, like you said.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 63 next.
Okay.
That's another one of my.
I like 63.
I like. I don't think I dislike the 60s designs as much as you do, but 50s were certainly far superior, but the 60s are still better than the 70s to me.
Yeah. That's a good point. The 70s had some really ugly designs. I'm not going to tell you which ones, but
Yeah, they're still on the board to be drafted, I am sure.
yeah. Boy. We get into we're approaching my line where I like all the ones that I've already drafted, and we're approaching that line of I don't really like a lot of these designs, but I'm going to go with 77.
Okay. I'm going to take 79. Both 77, it's really starting in 76, right? You had All-Star, either a star or in 78, they have the great red, white, and blue shields for the All-Stars, the banners that designated who were the All-Stars. I just always I want the All-Star cards. I want those guys,
Yeah.
They're the best guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, sorry, that was you who took that.
Yes.
I guess
I'm so whooping you, by the way.
Can't wait for these comments. I guess I'm going to take 61.
Okay. I will next I'm going to try to take what you were going to take next. I'm going to take 1972. It's actually a sleeper. I think it's one of those sets that's grown on me. It felt cheesy for a long time, and I'm working on a 72 set now. Very difficult set to put together, by the way, because the high numbers are just crazy. But
Oh yeah,
the kind of psychedelic design it's grown on me.
this is in my bottom 3.
Wow. So I could have saved that one too.
Don't like that at all.
It's like a movie, like a old movie banner or something, like you're at a show. All right, we're getting down to the nuts and bolts of it. All right.
I'll take 67.
Okay. I'll take 66.
That would have been my next one. I'm gonna take let's see. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna go with 76.
I'll take 57. Can't believe 57. Why do you think neither one of us drafted it till darn near the very end?
I don't know. It's almost like it's too simple, and I never really liked the multicolored name. And
Some of them work, like some of the multicolors work, and some of them don't.
Yeah. All right. So this for me is obvious because the burlap is the worst for me.
Okay.
So you get the burlap. Let's zoom in here and give people a a view of our teams of vintage designs. How do you feel you did, Mike?
I think I have a better. There's a few sets you have that I wish I had, honestly.
Yeah, you have some that I wish I had.
But overall, I'm happy with my draft class. Like if that was the whole Topps run and those were the designs, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I think my biggest mistake was taking 58 over 53.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mine was not taking 71 before you did.
Yeah.
I should have done that. All right. Can you reset it and put them all back? Is there a way to do that quickly and easily?
I just discovered this tonight while I was looking for. Oh, here we go.
There you go. Boom, 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 boom.
It's not
all right.
Easy, but yeah.
So let's redraft, and we'll just put it in my column, okay? And no, my point is, we're going to together collaborate and draft the best sets when you include design and the players and significant cards within it.
Okay.
That could be, we could do that, I think, together pretty quickly. Do we both have to say 52 is number one?
52 is number one.
Okay.
So we're just going to put them in all in order here, right?
Yep.
So 57, 56.
53 has some incredibly iconic cards, but 54 has better rookies. So like 53 doesn't have really any rookies.
Right.
So I'd have to put 54 number 2.
Okay.
Do you agree with, like, we have to have at least some mild agreement?
Yeah, I agree.
Then 53 is number 2 or 3.
Okay.
Easily.
Yeah.
Then go ahead.
No, good.
I'm just thinking, could it be 57 with 5 Hall of Fame rookies in it, or 55 with Koufax, Killebrew? I'm totally blanking on the other big rookie in 55. Why am I doing that?
Me too.
Oh, Clemente. Duh.
Oh.
He's right there in his 56.
Yeah, let's take 55.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. I'd put, God, 57 is such a bad design, but it has some really great cards. The Frank Robinson rookie, Brooks Robinson rookie, Mazeroski, Drysdale, right? I mean, just go blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But 56.
Yeah.
The design and the cards. I know that it's not a big rookie class.
Yeah.
It's
a rookie class of 1 for Hall of Famers, right? Luis Aparicio.
Yes.
57 then. Now it gets interesting because there's not any year where there's just 75 has Brett, Yount, Carter, Jim Rice. 66 has several, 65 has several, 63 has Stargell and Pete Rose, but they're all those silly floating head cards.
Terrible.
I might go 75 next, honestly.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. 70 has a great rookie design, and it's got Yaz. 60.
Yep. 60. Yep, that would be next for me. Everybody at the screen is going, pick this year.
Yeah.
And they'd be right, probably. The funny thing is this obviously is completely subjective. And
yeah, but people will still get mad at us.
That's okay. I'm used to it lately. Let's see. God. Now it's getting harder, right?
Because 71 doesn't have a
Blyleven.
Oh, true, but it has a lot of iconic cards. It's got
Clemente's cards, great. Reggie,
Thurman Munson.
Yeah. Okay. I could see 71 going there. I'd probably put 63 next. I mean, you can't leave the 50s out too deep. I mean, they just got to go in there somewhere earlier on. Like maybe you go 59 and then 58 because the Gibson's better than the Cepeda.
Yeah.
Right. In terms of rookies. Um, 61 has Santo, Billy Williams. I mean, it's got
Aparicio.
Aparicio
No,
56.
no, not Aparicio. Sorry, I have it right behind me here. Mount Marischal.
Yeah, yeah.
I do this every time I'm in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then people yell at me in my comments.
It's okay. You're allowed. How about 68 next? Because you got Ryan and Bench.
Yep.
Those are pretty significant. And then maybe you go right after that with 69 because you got Bench and Ryan solo cards that are just fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. It starts getting pretty weak from here in terms of total design. I do like the 64 a lot, but maybe 65 just because we both liked the design so much. Remember, this is a combination of both design and significant cards. I might go 64 next, or what about 1980? The only problem is it's only Ricky. 79 only has Ozzy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think this set there's just nothing in there. The design's great, but there's nothing in there except Ricky and second year Ozzy.
Right.
I think 64.
Okay. I don't think that's wrong. 66 probably next, and then 62.
Yeah.
Because 62 has the Brock, which you obviously have shown there. 60, you got to go 67. You got to get all these truly vintage.
Yeah.
70 has Munson and Munson. Golly. 73 has the last cards of Clemente and Mays.
Yep.
Rookies of Mike Schmidt, right? And
yep.
Ron Say on the same card, which is kind of cool.
I'd probably go with 70. Oh, God, I hate that design. Probably go with 80 here.
Okay.
You good with that?
Yeah.
Let's put this up here. Doesn't have to be in order, and I want to be able to zoom at the end.
Okay.
Probably go with 72 from here, though.
Okay. And then I'd go 77 probably. You got Dawson and Dale Murphy and some good rookies.
Yeah.
74 has Winfield. 78 has Eddie Murray and Alan Trammell, Paul Molitor.
Yeah.
Right? Jack Morris, your favorite Jack Morris, your buddy?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess we were supposed to be doing these in order, weren't we? So let's do
this. Okay, we can zoom.
Should have made that zone bigger. That's okay.
Probably 74, 76, and 79 would round out the field there. All right, there's our quick draft of the vintage Topps designs / quality of the cards in the set. So we've given plenty of stuff for people to talk about. Like, are we crazy? Silly.
Yeah.
I bet you we're going to have people that literally take the same years and put their order.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. It's fun to debate. Obviously, it's not, like I said earlier, completely subjective, but and you can make an argument certain sets should be way higher on our draft, and I would probably be like, yeah, I get that. You know, I don't think I'd be criticizing too much, but any final thoughts?
No, now I'm thinking about how else I can use this format
for other videos.
Yeah. It's just a lot of fun. Hopefully other people enjoyed this, and I'm sure they'll put their opinions in the comments.
Would love to hear them. Let me remove that. You and I can come back here. Still mad at you about the whole Immaculate Grid thing. I'm not gonna let that go for a while. I'm gonna hold on to that.
I deserve it.
Go play Immaculate Grid, everybody, and have a great week. If we're at the National, if you see Mike or I there, please stop us, say hi. Mike signing autographs on Saturday at 1:00 on the main stage. So you're not doing that?
11 o'clock, Hobby Hotline.
There you go.
Main stage.
Main stage. So Mike
11
will be
a.m.
on the main stage on Saturday, 11 o'clock. I will not. I will be heading to the airport to catch a plane. I may make a quick appearance on Saturday at 11, but definitely would be quick. My flight's like at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Oof.
So
Yeah,
I'll be,
mine's at 7 something.
okay. See, I should have done that. But it's my daughter's birthday that day. So
Priorities.
kind of had to come home.
Yeah.
But thanks everybody for watching. Would love to hear what you think down below. Mike, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Keep collecting.